Hallo, ich bin Pascal von Supernova.
Hi, I'm Pascal from Supernova, and today I'll show you how to mount a Supernova M99 Mini Pro 25 on a specialized Levo Expert. That's the front light. Let's quickly unpack it. Here's the manual. So I have unpacked the front light for you, and here it is. This is a 2019 specialized Levo with a carbon frame. There are more models with a carbon frame, with which the installation functions the same way. But more on that later. The models are faded in here. There are also models that have an aluminium frame. The principle's the same, just the cable laying works slightly differently. Concerning the cable routing through the frame, the cable does not lie directly along the frame, but exits the frame at the side arm. Here you fix the light by using a few cable ties on existing brake cables. To lead the additional cable for the light into the aluminium frame, you have to slightly modify the right-hand plastic insert on the cable routing. Therefore, unscrew the plastic insert and remove it from the frame. This is how the part looks, unchanged. Remove the two corners of the plastic insert with a side cutter. No worries, we have settled this step with Specialized. You won't destroy anything here. This is what the modified part looks like. Now attach the cable routing to the frame again. The light cable fits into the plastic insert together with the two other cables. For the mounting, you need the following tools. For the installation of the Levo, we use the universal handlebar mount by Supernova and a Brose connecting cable. That is for a clamping diameter of 31.8 millimeters. The handlebar mount can be used both on the right and on the left-hand side. Let's choose the right side. The front light looks best when you mount the clamp low, so that the headlamp can be close to the handlebars. Make sure that the headlight is nicely aligned in the middle. Ensure that the clamp is tightened to a maximum of 4 Newton meters and the front light to exactly 4 Newton meters. Next, mount the high beam switch. That's this one here. If you have a Magura brake lever, you can connect the switch directly to the brake lever and tighten it to 2 Newton meters. Please make sure that the bike is switched off before you start connecting the cables. The front light connection cable is now inserted into this cable canal. Then unscrew the switch unit. Pull it off carefully in a forward direction. The cables can be laid out. What we need now is space to insert our front light cable through this front right cable canal. The cable is now being pulled through here. Before the cable is pressed into the cable insert, make sure you have enough cable. The best way to check this is while turning the handlebar. Then push the whole thing back into the frame and fix it with the screw. In order to attach the front light to the motor, we first have to remove the cranks to get to the motor housing. The connecting cable is led through this pipe until it comes out again up here. The cable is quite stiff, so you can easily push it through the frame. Here's the cable. The cable routed through the frame is now connected to the front light cable. Use the double connectors supplied for this purpose. This is what a double connector looks like. To insert the cables into the double connector, the cable must not be stripped, as in this case. With the pliers, pinch the ends off. Insert the two red cables into one of the connectors and then squeeze them together with the pliers. Now do the same with the black cables. Make sure to plug the cables into the double connector right up to the end. The light connection cable only enters the socket on one side. Before reassembling everything, make sure the front light is working. Turn it on at this control unit and we can see the front light works. And the high beam too. Now the cables have to be routed back into the frame. After having stowed all the cables in the frame, close the cover cap and screw it tight. Then place the cover over the motor housing. And attach with 4 screws. Now screw the crank arm onto the motor shaft and tighten it to the correct torque until the 40 Newton meters are reached. Here's how to adjust the front light so that you can also switch it on and off using the high beam switch. The Levo has no light switch. If you switch on the bike, the light is always on. If you want to change that, go into the programming mode. To do this, press and hold the supernova light switch when switching on the Levo. The front light flashes twice and you are in programming mode of the lamp. Now you can switch back and forth between the two modes. The flashing mode means that if you switch on the Levo, the front light is switched on as well. To change this, go to the mode in which the front light turns off and save it. You can save by switching off the e-bike. This is my personal favorite mode. It gives me the possibility to switch on the front light at the push of a button and to switch between low beam and high beam. To switch it off again, simply press down on the switch for longer.